This story is about me in high school. Back in high school, if you need an idea of me, I had this acne stuff all over my face. It was everywhere. This was junior year, so junior year of high school ish, something like that. It was junior or late, or like late senior. I can't remember. I think it was junior. I think it was junior. So, anywho, so my I was really into raiding in World of Warcraft, and my friends were really into partying. And it was a Friday night, which if you played Vanilla WoW, what night is that? It's raid night. So it's raid night, and I'm getting ready to raid, and I'm sitting in my house in my pajamas, eating Cheetos and drinking Mountain Dew. Living the fucking dream, dude. You know, just living the dream. No responsibility. I was like 16 or 17. Just living the dream, bro. Eating Cheetos, playing playing World of Warcraft, drinking Mountain Dew. It was raid night, you know. And I was a pretty important raider, might I add, for my vanilla guild, but I digress. So I'm sitting there getting ready to raid. It's like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and my buddies just burst into my house, and my friend's like, hey, we're going to a party. I was like, all right, have fun. I'm here. He's like, no, you're coming too. I'm like, what? And my friends, basically, to sum it up real fast, by the end of it, they physically unplugged my computer and made me go with them. So now I'm in this car going to this house party thing that I don't want to go to. And it's like at this lodge or whatever, this like kind of in the middle of Butt Fville nowhere, where, family members most likely kind of thing, like out in the country. No offense if you're in the country, no offense to you guys. I'm sure your family doesn't do that. So we get out to this house, and people, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock. And people are pretty lit. People are pretty lit already. And there's this one woman there in particular, we'll call her Sherry. And Sherry was kind of known as the public bus stop for men. Um, loved having sex, loved talking about having sex. Sherry, this girl is or whatever. What did I say her name was? Sherry? Is that it? I don't know. So I don't like the name Sherry. Let's call her Helga. Nah, too ugly. We'll call her Naomi. Naomi's an accurate name for this girl. So we'll call her Naomi. So Naomi loves dick. That kind of sums it up. And she's pretty vocal about loving dick. And she makes it pretty obvious that she wants to have sex with lots of people. So Naomi is known as being like a merry-go-round. Basically, everyone rides her, right? So this girl at this party is pretty lit. And Naomi wants to bang your boy. Like, the rumor on the street is that Naomi is interested in me. And so I'm sitting there like, huh, wow, that's weird because I'm fat. I'm a gamer. Why would this whore possibly want me? And basically what ends up happening is, the night goes on and we start, people start drinking and this girl's pretty drunk and I walk up to her and my friends like make me walk up to her. They're like, Tim, you got to go. And I just want you guys to know at this point in my life, I'd not really done anything. It was like early junior. It had to be early junior year because I hadn't done anything. So it was like early junior year and I hadn't really done anything with girls yet. I haven't even kissed them. So I was like very standoffish about the whole thing. But my friends made me go talk to this girl. And I started talking to Naomi. And she's like, I walk up and I'm like, hello. I'm like, hi. Hey. She's like, hey. I'm like, what's up? She's like, nothing. What's up with you? And I'm like, I didn't really know what to talk about with women. And so I just started talking about World of Warcraft. It's what I was good at. So she's like, what's up with you? I'm like, well, it's technically raid night, but I'm out here at this party. And so I just start rambling random facts about World of Warcraft with this girl. I'm like, yeah, I'm a tier, we're like ranked 15 on the server. It's a pretty big deal. I'm one of the main DPS. So I just start rattling off facts about fucking World of Warcraft, just rattling them off to this chick like she cares. And so she's, hearing me. And then all of a sudden she just goes, yeah, so listen, I'm going to be in the car. You can come in and we can, she like tries to be all sexy with me, but she was kind of one of those girls that like, I'm sure she would be attractive if she had morals, but because she doesn't have morals, it's kind of like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of does this whole thing. She's like, I'm going to be in the car. You can come out if you want, all right? Bye. And she like walks away. And I'm like, okay. So I go back to my friends and like, what she said? I'm like, she told me to go out to the car. They're like, bro, you gotta go. So my friends are, nudging me on to go out to the car, blah, blah, blah. So I walk out to the car against my better judgment, and I'm very, very nervous. Now, you know how sometimes like if you hype yourself up for a job or something like that, you're really nervous for a job interview, you get really nervous and anxious and you kind of hype yourself up. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just hyping myself up. I've never even seen a woman naked in front of me. I've never kissed anyone. I've never seen a vagina. For all I know, they could look like a fucking clam that's like I'm not going to get this. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what was going to happen. So my friends tell me to go out there, and I'm walking out to the car, and I just want to add to it. There's one light. It's like a typical farm set. There is one fucking light in the middle of Bumfville, nowhere, and everything. It's like an obstacle course of hay bales and pitchforks to get over to her car. So I'm over at the car, which is like underneath the light, and I get there. And I'm hyping myself up. I'm like, holy I'm gonna actually do this. So I'm like hyping myself up. I'm like, all right, Tim, you can do this. You're almost a tier 1 raider, #1 DPS in the guild. You can do this. You can do this. I'm like, I can do this, dude. I can do this. Hype myself up, open up the door. Naomi is there in her glory, fully derobed, and spread eagle, just waiting for something to fill her, basically. And so I'm looking at her, and she's kind of looking at me. She kind of looks like she's out of it, but she's like looking up at me. She's like, hey. And chat, I freaked the fuck out. I freaked out, and I ran away. I sprinted. You would have thought that Jason from Freddy vs. Jason, like, you would have thought Jason was actually chasing me with how fast I was running. And chat, not only was I running fast, but I wasn't really paying attention to where I was running. I was just sprinting. I didn't know where I was going. I was just running away. That was all I knew. I was like, I don't want to be here, so I'm just going to go away. So I start to run, and as I'm running, naturally, it's like a fucking movie. I'm running, and it's really dark, and I can't really see because my eyes weren't fully adjusted. And one of the effing hose that was just laying around, like the tool, I'd step on it. It, like, trips me. I fall into this very inconvenient hay bale pile, and I flip over the hay bales, and then I'm laying on the ground, and I'm looking at the car, and I see Naomi laying out of it. She's like, whatever, it's your loss, bitch. She called me a bitch, and then she, like, passed out in her car, and then I walked back inside.